Hello my friends and welcome back. In this video we'll start learning about a very important concept in Android called view model. I want from you to fully focus with me. View model is a class that is responsible for preparing and managing the data for an activity or a fragment. It also handles the communication of activity or fragment with the rest of the application. A view model is always created in association with a scoop, a fragment, or an activity, and will be retained as long as the scoop is alive. For example, if it is an activity until it is finished. In other words, this means that a view model will not be destroyed if its owner is destroyed for a configuration change, for example, rotation of the screen. The view model class is a business logic or screen level state holder. It exposes state to the UI, to the user interface, and encapsulates related business logic. Its principal advantage is that it caches a state and persists it through configuration changes. This means that your UI doesn't have to fetch data again when navigating between activities or following configuration changes, such as when rotating the screen. In the next video, we'll take an example about the view model, how to implement a view model in our applications. But let's jump into Android Studio and see what are configuration changes. I created this simple application called view model application, two text views. This is for title and this is the counter. Also, I have a button. I include them inside the layout element and I add build features, the data binding library to our application. If you face duplicate class error in Android Studio, just add fix duplicate class and this implementation. Sync the project and let's move to the main activity. In the main activity, I created an activity main binding object called main binding and a counter of type integer. Then initialize it and I need to increase the counter by 1 and set the text to the counter. Run the project and you can see increase the counter, it's increasing correctly. But the problem, if I click on turn and rotate the screen, you can see the counter is resetted to the initial value, which is 0. Increase the counter, it works perfect. But if I rotate the screen, the counter will be resetted to its initial value. This is a problem because our application is not surviving configuration changes, which is the rotation screen in this case. What is the solution? The solution is to use the view model in our simple application.